Hi, and welcome to the channel. So many people recently have asked me about Bitcoin. My daughter, who's only 4 years old, even asked me this very question.
Can you turn this into Bitcoin, please?
In this video, I'm going to show you how her piggy bank could have been worth an absolute fortune. It shocked me, and I've been studying the subject for 4 years. So if you like what you hear, stay tuned, hit the like button, share it with your friends, and maybe even hit subscribe. So my daughter sees me sitting here most days watching my favourite YouTube channels all about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin in particular. Now, I'm no YouTuber, but since watching these videos and having some money in cryptocurrency myself, it got me thinking about my daughter's savings and the piggy bank that she has upstairs. So on a lockdown, a COVID lockdown in 2021, what better way to spend some time than to count up all the money that we'd set aside for about a year after she was born, just to see what was in there and see what it could have been worth if it would have been invested correctly. Back in 2017, we stopped putting money into that money box, and I left a note in there which I totally forgot about until this weekend when we counted the money up. The note was dated the 17th of the 4th, 17, and it was just something in there which you may have seen in the video if you really snappy. It was just a note just to say, is this something that we left you? But with the cost of living and a global pandemic, it started to get me thinking about, well, what will the money be worth in the future? So looking at an inflation calculator, there was £570 in that money box. So in 2017, with the cost of living from the Bank of England website, that money would now need to be worth £613.22. Now, the money sitting in the piggy bank is still worth £570. So with the inflation average of 2.5% year on year, and who knows what after this global pandemic, it got me thinking about where we should put this money to make the best decision for our daughter. So looking at the best interest rates that we could get right now in a standard bank account, we're in the UK, so we have the fabulous Martin Lewis from Money Saving Expert. So the top savings accounts are 0.5% for easy access if you just want to have immediate access to your funds, or 1.3% fixed if you fix them in for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years or more. So looking at the 0.5 and 1.3% options, if we look at the interest calculator, the £570 since the April 2017, if we calculate on the 0.5% interest rate, would now be worth a whopping £580. So I don't feel that bad about having it sitting right next to me before we invest it in something else. So looking at the 1.3% interest rate over that period, we would have made £28. It's still nowhere near the cost of living rise that we need to get to of 613. So over time, by the time she's 16, 17, 18, 21, it's going to be pretty much worthless. She's going to be able to maybe go on a night out and that'll be about it. So we started to think about this, and I was starting to know about Bitcoin back in 2017 and cryptocurrency. If you want to know more about the basics of Bitcoin and what it is, I'll tell you a little bit now. But if you want a more detailed explanation, I don't mind doing that. This video is for friends and family, and just for something that my daughter can look back on to see what we were doing with her money that we've been putting away for her. And hopefully this video, as you're going to see, is going to set her up for the future and give her a great start when she's old enough. So what is Bitcoin? So Bitcoin is cryptocurrency invented in 2008 by a developer. He went under the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto. It basically has 21 million Bitcoins. Now, most people think that a Bitcoin is like, a pound coin or a dollar, where you need to, you either have one or you don't. So you need a full Bitcoin. Each Bitcoin is divisible to 8 decimal places. So you can buy small amounts of Bitcoin or large amounts of Bitcoin. So yeah, not going to go into too much detail on here because I just want to shock you with the findings of the results, what we were looking at previously. So let's take a look at the Bitcoin price charts and see what could have been if I'd have just done what I should have done back then. So what you see in front of us here is in 2013 there was a what we call a bull run. So a bull run is where the price of Bitcoin goes up, or price of anything goes up in the stock market. As you can see here, that's a bull run. This would be a bear market. That would be a little bit of a bull run, a little bit of a bear market, and a bull run at the moment. So at this point here, this is quite significant. Bitcoin reached the previous all-time high. That's what ATH is. ATH all-time high from 2013. So this is in about February, March time of 2017. So when something hits an all-time high, I'll just draw a horizontal line across this. So that's the old all-time high. Once something hits the all-time high, as you'll see from this spike going down here, people think that, oh no, that's the old all-time high. We need to sell. And just looking at what the drop was there, if I can do that, might need to zoom in. It's around about an 80% drop. So let me just zoom in. Sorry. Yeah. So it's as you'll see here, from as soon as it hits the all-time high, it drops down to here, which was about 95% of its value very, very quickly. And this chart in particular in pounds doesn't go back to 2013, but I'll show you in a sec the other. So, but once that's over and we get back to the previous all-time high again, we class this as the start of a bull run. Now, my daughter's piggy bank on the 17th of the 4th, 2017 was worth the equivalent, well, was worth £570. That's equivalent to 0.6667 Bitcoin at that time on around about the 17th of April, right there, as you can see. So that would have bought us 0.667 Bitcoin. Now, going into this bull run, this is when I got into Bitcoin here in kind of November, December 2017. That's where I what they call FOMO. I FOMO'd into Bitcoin. Now, FOMO is fear of missing out. So I started to hear this on, via a friend, and then I started looking online. This is when I've really started being interested in it, and I've been interested in it ever since. And I FOMO'd in fear of missing out, and the price spiked, and I was like, whoa, yeah, that I've made it. This is crazy. I'm going to get there. Until the peak of the bull run here. So if we look at what that would result in, so if we would have invested in around this time at this price, as it was a little bit lower then, and we go up to here to the very peak, that is in 240 days an increase of around about 1,329%. So at that time, that's taken 241 days from the 17th of April to the absolute peak of the bull run. What would that £570 be worth at that time? I hear you ask. Well, that £570 at that time is then worth £9,623, which is just unbelievable. So obviously the 0.5% interest you can get on your savings in the bank account, as you saw, you were going to get about £10 a year, and who knows what in the future. So yeah, you're not going to get those returns. But as all markets, and especially the cryptocurrency, it's extremely volatile. It goes up and it goes down very, very, very quickly. So it kind of fell off a cliff. And at this point, this is where I've kind of started to lose money, because this is where I invested and it's on the way down. I do something called HODL. Now, HODL in Bitcoin terms is hold on for dear life. So it was in a Bitcoin forum way back when it first started, and some guy typed in that I'm going to hold my Bitcoin because the market was crashing, and he spelt it incorrectly, and it stuck. And if you do get into cryptocurrency and Bitcoin in particular, you are going to see hodl as a term, and you may not know what it means, hence I'm telling you in this video. So I hodl and hodl, and to be honest, I only put in what I could lose. So this isn't financial advice for anybody. I'm just telling you what I did and what I'm going to do. But I only put in here what I can afford to lose, and I always will deal with that, and only ever invest what I could afford to lose. So I hold on for dear life, and at this point I'm just thinking, yeah, I've got to write that money off. It's gone. I'm never going to see it again. And then it bounces back, and then down, then up, then down. It's like a roller coaster ride until we get to the bottom of the bear market. Now, the bear market was in December 2018, and the bull market, this usually lasts for about a year, a bull market. Bear market, pretty similar. They kind of go in 1 year, 2 year cycles. And then we start ramping up again, then down again. So there's the bottom of the bear market. We then go back up, and then we go back down. So if we look at, well, even at the lowest price it's been since that investment period, so if we just put another horizontal line on this all-time high for now, let's just do that, and let's just have a look at the bottom here of the bear market. So if we would have invested there and did nothing, i.e. hodl, that's where the investment would have been. There's the bottom of the bear market right there. It's an increase of 135%. So obviously way better than you're going to get in any bank account currently, unless you know of one which pays those interest rates. And please let me know in the comments, and I may consider what I'm doing with this money. So as you see, worst case scenario, it goes there. And if we just put a line on that, just to say, okay, well that's as low as the price has been since since the investment period, because it kind of went up, down, and then once you've got past this initial little dip, because we started here, and then it kind of goes down here, then down there, then down there. You'll see that you made significant gains on the money if it was invested in Bitcoin. So it's not the heights of 9,623, but this is where we are right now. So this is kind of the price of Bitcoin here on the right hand side. So currently it's £26,095 is the current price. At the peak of the latest all-time high, which was back in, so that's the 8th of January, not too long ago. So today's date is the 2nd of February. What would that £570 investment be worth? So that's 0.667 Bitcoin. At that point in time, this is going to shock you. It certainly shocked me, and I didn't realise what we were sitting in that metal pig. So it was worth an astronomical £20,422. So it's a huge amount. Now, the current price of Bitcoin currently sits around £26,057, and you'll see it's gone up now to 66. So the 0.667 Bitcoin in GBP, so that the term for Bitcoin, or the currency code for Bitcoin, is BTC. In Great British Pounds, that £570 right now at this very minute would be worth around about £17,391, which just kind of blows my mind. So going back into the charts, what am I going to do now? So in 2013, believe it or not, there's this spike here, and this increase in the price of Bitcoin was the same back from 2013. And I'll just show you on another chart very quickly. So this is the price in US dollars, because I have to go back with this. So this is the price in US dollars now, 35,500. This is right now. This is what we saw in 2017. Now, if we if we move this scale back, you'll see this bump here. Now, when we put that on a scale with the top of this peak, it looks like a little pimple. You think, well, that's nothing. So let's see what that actually was. So we'll again have to really zoom in on this. So let's see what gains there were to be had there. So obviously this is like a peak and then a drop, and then up it goes again, and then it does the same, peak, drop, up it goes. You get the general gist here. So looking at the start of the bull run is January 2013. Let's just take a measure on there. So December 31st December 2012, going into this peak here, 1,437% increase. You couldn't even see that on the graph. It was just a flat line. Go up to the peak of the 2013 bull run. You see the number of days where it says 335D. There's the peak. So we've hit the peak. 333 days, 7,000% interest. Crazy. So, you know, and then if we zoom out just so that we can see the full chart, you will see that is kind of so insignificant in the grand scheme of things. If we can get the full chart even on here, I'd have to flatten that down so I can. So what you were just looking at with 7,000% increase is this little dot here. Now, most people in the cryptocurrency world believe that this is going to go by the end of this bull run, and the start of the bull run is defined, you know, usually, let me just sort this chart out again now, because I've kind of messed it up with what I've just been doing on that one. So the bull run is usually defined. You usually pick an old all-time high, and then you'll end up sort of ramping up at the start of a bull run again. So you could probably say it's here where it really started to spike as it started ramping up. You could say it was down here where it was kind of getting a little bit sideways. So even if we take it from there, from the 15th, the end of October, cast forward a year, which if history repeats itself, it's going to be a year or so, this bull run. We're just at the start of it now, so we're a couple of months into it. That what you're seeing here in 2017 is very likely to look like the little pimple that you've seen in 2013, with significant money percentage gains to be made. Again, just telling you what I'm doing, not financial advice. If you're going to do what I'm going to do, then only put in what you're willing to risk. If you like what you're hearing so far, please like, comment, share, subscribe, tell your friends. The more you hit likes and the more comments you hit, the more you kind of subscribe to you know, cryptocurrency content, the more YouTube pumps it, the more you'll spread the word. I can't believe how many people in the industry I work in, which is a technology industry, how many people kind of either don't really fully understand the cryptocurrency space, or they do understand but they're still not quite sure, and they're just sitting on the sidelines waiting, thinking that they've missed it. So the people in 2013 were like, yeah, that's it, it's over. You get to 2017, it goes down, oh, I'm too late, I've missed it. The people right now became, yeah, well, that was 2017, and now it's started to go down a little bit, I've missed it. You've not missed it. So you may have seen on the news recently, so even if you just search Bitcoin news in Google, you'll see that all of the things that the world's richest man is basically on board in Bitcoin. He's just recently put in his Twitter post, so I'll put my link into my Twitter account if you want to follow me on there as well. He's basically saying he thinks Bitcoin's a good idea. He changed his Twitter biography just to have Bitcoin as his Twitter biography. You may have heard the things about GameStop and things what are going on in a regulated market. So Bitcoin isn't controlled by any government. It's decentralized. It can't be stopped. And you'll just see, you know, article after article about things which are going on in this space, and it's a real hot topic right now. And that's why people are asking me. I can't get them to come around here and talk about it. I'm doing a video for them, doing a video for my daughter. So what am I going to do with that money now? Well, if you search for, how to buy Bitcoin, and this is something which I really need to show you actually. So if I go to Google Trends, so if you go to Google Trends, you can put a search term in to see how popular that is right now. Now remember those key dates that I told you about. So you're looking at the end of 2013, the end of 2017. Yeah, just have those dates in your mind. And if I say how to buy Bitcoin, so if I put those, that is a phrase now. If we look back at, let's say, 2004 to present, go the maximum distance. Now, you see this is the interest over time with a range of 0 to 100. So December 2013, there's people starting to talk about Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. There's little blips going on. You get to the bull run of 2017, December 2017, it's right there. You've hit the peak of 100%. What we're talking about here is just the start of the 2021 bull run. So don't miss this opportunity. If you've got something sitting aside and you're thinking, what can I do with that? And you need some assistance. I'm not a YouTuber, I'm not a blogger. I don't do anything like that, but what I found out over the weekend just doing this simple exercise, which was kind of an educational piece for both myself, because I've never used this setup for what I've got for doing a YouTube video, and also I wanted to spend some time with my daughter counting the money that we save for her. If you want to follow what I'm following, look at the links here, but as you'll see, this will get to 100 over the course of this 2021 period. I've got loads of other charts and graphs and statistics that I pay for. If you want me to do any more content, that's absolutely fine. Just stick comments down there. Let me know what you want. If you want some Bitcoin basics, if you just want some assistance with saying, well, can you help me set up an account? Whatever you need from me, just give us a shout. I'm more than willing to help you out. This is something I'm very passionate about. It's like a hobby for me. It isn't my full-time job like the YouTubers who you're going to see if you start Googling around there. But, they can be quite daunting when you go onto those channels and they talk about very, very complex, you'll see lots of charts and graphs and lines and they'll talk about things that you may not understand initially. It takes a long time to sort of get a grip and get a grasp of this. So yeah, just let me know in the comments what you would like to see next, if anything. So I wouldn't make the mistake of searching for how to buy Bitcoin, because you're going to come across a site called Coinbase. Now Coinbase is great, it's dead easy to use. So I've got a family member who paid for us to have a night away one time, and she wouldn't have the money from us, so I put £200 in cryptocurrency not so long ago, and when we went to the all-time high in January, I called her and I said, have a look on that Coinbase account that I set up for you, and tell me what your Bitcoin's worth now. And it had gone in very little time. I'm talking about 12, 18 months, I think it was. It went from £200 to £1,100. And obviously she tells people, they ask me people, and all of a sudden everybody wants to know about it because it's hitting headline news day after day after day. You'll see on any news channel now, you'll see the BTC, you might start seeing it, and I've told you what the phrase is, the crypto, the currency code for it is. So you will see it on the ticker tape on NBC News, BBC News, anything that's talking about stock shares and investing. I just wouldn't use Coinbase. I do have a Coinbase account. I don't put anything in there anymore, simply because they're going to charge you in the UK 4% fees almost for getting your money in there, and then they're going to charge you a 2% fee for getting your money out of there. Yeah, so I've just, sorry, I just flicked away from that. So they're going to charge you another 2% fee for getting out of there, and then when you're in the trading platform to swap your money from pounds into cryptocurrency, like Bitcoin, for example, and there are lots of others. So if you need some advice, just give us a shout, give us a comment. They'll charge you a fee of around about 1.49%. Now, the platform I use, and you can actually get a bonus if you use the links below. So if you click on the link, I'll get like a up to 100, between 1 and 100 euros worth of Bitcoin for free instantly into my account. And so will you if you use the link. If you do want to do what I'm going to do with my daughter's savings. So on your mobile, you just go to search for Swissborg in the App Store. Well, actually, don't search for Swissborg in the App Store. Do not do that, or else you won't get your free money. Click on the link below. Go and download the app. That will then kind of know that you've come via a recommendation, and that's how you qualify for up to 100 euros of free money. Now, what you have to do is you have to pay 50 euros or your currency equivalent into your Swissborg account, and then you'll qualify for between €1 and 100 euros off that code, off that link below in the description. If you need some help with that, just give me a shout. I'm not here to make money from affiliate links. I'm not an affiliate, and this isn't my full-time job. I'm simply here to show my daughter what I did to set her up for life, and I am absolutely stone cold certain that this is what that's going to do. By the time she's 18, we're going to look back at this, and she's going to look at this and hopefully give me a big cuddle and say, thanks, Daddy, as you probably won't be calling me Daddy by then. So the reason I use this is it's so slick, it's so quick. Your money comes in and out pretty much instantly rather than waiting days with other brokers. The fees as well. So with a standard account, deposits are free. Withdrawals 0.1% rather than 3%. And then to move your money from what they call fiat. So fiat is a Latin word basically saying that something, a governing body's in control of it. So the government can go and print money when they keep saying they're borrowing money to fight this horrendous global pandemic. They're just printing money, and that basically means that what's in my daughter's piggy bank, or what was in my daughter's piggy bank, is worth less over time. Hence the inflation. I'm sure you guys know all about that, but if you don't quite get any part of the content of the video, give me a shout in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer your questions. I'm by no means an expert in this field, but I know enough to be successful with my investment so far. But it's a roller coaster. Only put in what you're willing to lose if you do want to do what I'm doing. And I'm only telling you what I'm doing. This is not financial advice. So yeah, the fees are very, very small. I'm pretty much done. All the links to all the sites that I've used in here will be in the description below. If you've liked the content and you want more, all as I want from you is a like, maybe a comment if you've got any suggestions or you want any assistance with any kind of thing crypto related. And yeah, thanks for listening. I hope you stayed here till the end. Thanks for your time. Good luck investing. See you later.